Welcome to Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Apologies for the delay, but you're saying there's a chance. Let's go. Mike White, welcome back. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday. The New York Jets not only have their quarterback back, they actually have a legitimate chance to make the playoffs. What's going on, dude?
Hey, bro. Number one, I hope everybody's doing what I'm doing tonight, rooting for the Chargers. Rooting for the Colts, rooting for the Colts to make that upset victory. I'm praying, but absolutely. Nah, man. Listen, the only thing to talk about tonight is Mr. Mike White is back. I'm truly excited.
It's amazing, dude, how quickly this show went from like Zach Wilson's funeral, which is what it's probably going to be, to just the revival of Mike White and the fact this team's alive with 2 games left. I can't believe it.
Listen, he's our best chance to win. It's an opportunity, the opportunities in the balls on our court. So we have to, we deserve to make the playoffs, and we'll make the playoffs. We'll win, and that's just all it's about, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what he brings. Everyone loves Mike White. He does such a tremendous job with the offense, keeping everybody calm. He's able to throw the ball with some Elmo. And just looking forward to just having competent quarterback play. I think that we've been dealing with this long enough to where it's just definitely not doing good. So to have Mike White back and give us the opportunity in the last 2 games, these are some big ones, man. So it comes down to it.
And that's the thing, like seeing the team after the game Thursday, listening to Zach, they were all demoralized. There was no confidence, there was no buzz, there was no energy. Mike White was their leader. That was the guy that they rallied around, that they were inspired by. So just to have him back, having the guy that gives them the best chance to win, like let's fucking roll, man.
And going into Seattle, it's a difficult place to play. They got a stout offense, decent defense. They're well coached. The 12th man. Everyone knows what they bring to the table. But having Mike White, man, you have a little confidence that, okay, we have a fighting chance, bro. Our defense gives us a chance. I think Mike White gives us a chance to win that game. And then going into Miami, man, this could be just something huge, because if we go into Miami with getting week 17 with the playoffs on the line, that's all you can ask for at the end of the year. We asked for meaningful games in December, and Mike White has a chance to give us that. And that's all we could ask for. Like last week, we thought it was over. I thought it was. There's no possible way. And now we have opportunity because everyone else lost, and then to get Mike White back is just, it's a beautiful feeling, man, to have a competent quarterback play, and that's all we ask for, man. And it's no Zach bashing tonight. It's nothing negative, man. Listen, we got 2 games to get in the playoffs, and if you're a Jet fan, you don't care who the quarterback is. We just want to get to the postseason. It's been too long.
I just want that week 18 game to mean something. I haven't been on a solid vacation in a minute. I'd love to be out in Miami chilling with some drinks on the beach and then enjoy that game Sunday.
Man,
that'd be fun.
And the funny part about it is, if we do come down to Miami and these guys do beat Miami, then they earned it. It wasn't given to them. It wasn't somebody took a week off. They have, you have to win to get in. And being able to do that speaks volumes about the growth of this team and the direction we're going in. So.
And that's why I don't want to hear any bullshit that we got lucky sneaking in backdoor. It doesn't matter. You win the same number of games as anybody else who ultimately makes that spot.
Did you just see that Tua is in concussion protocol?
Concussion protocol, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
With him, is it a good chance he probably won't play?
What's that?
Is it with his history, is it a good chance that he might not play this week?
That's very possible.
And that's
he already had one this year.
Nah,
they might have to take it extra cautious.
And that would, so that actually, could be in our favor. But at the end of the day, man, I'm excited. We have an opportunity to play for the playoffs. This Seattle game's become so big right now. Not only just to beat Jose, but I don't even care
to beat Jose, to beat Geno Smith, to beat Pete Carroll, to beat Jamal Adams. You name it, dude.
One game away from the playoffs. How sweet it is.
My biggest fear this week is that Geno Smith puts the final nail in the Jets' coffin, while Sam Darnold actually turns out to be the guy and dethrone Tom Brady and leads the Panthers on a division run. That's my biggest fear. We got to watch those two quarterbacks in the
I,
playoffs.
I'm
We
going to
may
be
miss it,
honest with
but
you. I'm gonna be really honest with you. At this point, man, all I care is with the Jets, because I feel like my defense can travel. I feel like they have enough confidence in Mike White to be able to run the whole offense. You can't stack the box. You can actually run the football, and I think he gets the ball in his hands quicker. I think the receivers play better. I mean, they've proven that they're doing a way better job of getting open, and he makes progressions. The ball's going to the right guy. I mean, I'm not saying Mike White is perfect. Someone made an argument with me. It was like, yo, he's always hurt. Listen, but I don't care if he's always
because
hurt.
he
He's
hangs in there and
available.
takes some shots, though.
He's available when we need him, and he's now cleared to practice. So I'm
He
good.
gives you the best chance to win, and you got 2 games to win to go make the playoffs. So
And he's given us the best chance to win for the last 5 or 6 weeks. And I think that's why they we wondered why they moved him up to number 2 quarterback.
there was
We
a
was
reason. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're seeing what we're seeing in practice. He was lighting them up. You know what I'm saying? So I think that you have to, you have to really look at that and hope that they gravitate to something else. And having Mike White, man, there's no way you can feel bad about that. Like it's the best thing for us right now, moving forward.
So, do you want to get into Seattle, or is there anything that you want to get into about Jacksonville first that you want to get off your chest? Because I
I
pretty much
mean,
said everything I needed to say in the car on the car
I
ride
mean,
home. I posted that video.
I want to say this about Jacksonville. I mean, I was very disappointed. I think the team came out flat. The defense, they give him 1 touchdown, another, a punt return, that type of situation can't be happening. And just that important of a game and watch the team just struggle like that. But I'm not going to bash on Zach. There's not going to be negative tonight. I'm not going to bash on Zach. At the end of the day, he's a quarterback. He didn't perform. Streveler came in. He tried to move the ball a little bit, but at the end of the day, we didn't get it done. So that's just what it is. I was frustrated because I thought our season was over with. And it's like, damn, it's right back to the drawing board, and then we get an opportunity. And that's all you need is an opportunity. Like at the end of the day, your fate is in your hands. So we don't make the playoffs. It's not blaming anybody else. It's not blaming Zach. It's blaming the 53-man in that locker room. It's blaming the head coach and every other coach in the building, because you have the opportunity to go out this Sunday and prove who you guys are. And that's all you can ask for. You will fight. You have a puncher's chance. And in NFL, that's all you can ask.
And that's what was so great about like 2009. I keep bringing that up, but like it feels very similar where just everything was done. The head coach was saying season was over. We blew our chance. Fans had pretty much thrown in the towel. And just like that, flip of a switch, we're playing with 2 games left and a chance to really do damage. So you got to run with this, take advantage of what's in front of you. Forget the past. That, the wins that they got early in the year, put themselves in position to win these final 2 games and make the playoffs.
Absolutely.
All you could ask for, man.
In Seattle, Seattle's no slouch. I mean, they haven't been playing their best football, but they're still the type of team that you can't overlook.
Thoughts on the rumors that Zach doesn't want to be here anymore? I don't think Zach wants to be here. I don't think the team probably wants him here anymore. I mean, he was embarrassed on national football on primetime TV. Crowd was booing him, chanting for Chris Streveler. It wouldn't shock me if he doesn't want to be here.
I mean, him not wanting to be here is kind of his fault. I mean, you can't put that harness on anybody else but himself. His play was that bad, and he's shown that for the last, this whole season, and all those naysayers that were like Zach, we're 5-2 with Zach, you have an opportunity to watch for yourself on primetime TV. He stunk the joint up. And listen, I'm not saying the kid's not going to be a good quarterback at some point of his career. At this point right now, he's just not that guy. And this is very obvious. It's not nothing to knock on him. You can see it. So if the kid wants a fresh start and they can find someone to take him, then ship him off. Listen, there's nothing wrong with making a mistake choosing the wrong guy. There's nothing wrong with that, because Joe Douglas hit on 7 other picks. I can be okay with Zach not being what they thought he was.
Yeah, you get a lot of wiggle room when you get a Garrett Wilson and a Sauce Gardner and a Breece Hall all in the same draft. So
Jermaine Johnson and then
trade top motorcycles.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would accept that.
No, listen. The funny part is, him going somewhere is going to be very difficult.
Yeah. A change of scenery that might be best for him, honestly. Like, if he needs another year or 2 to sit on the bench and develop and just in peace and quiet without any distractions, New York might not be the best place to do that.
Who's going to take him though? That's the question. Listen, at this point, I don't even think Jody cares about getting compensation for a draft pick. At this point, you just want to move on from the kid and the cap money. You know what I'm saying?
The instant coffee thing is basically Coach Sala saying that we expect things instantly nowadays in today's world instead of allowing players to mature and grow and develop.
But see that comment right there, and I'm gonna have to call bullshit on that. And coach, I'm gonna tell you why, coach. I love you, you're doing an amazing job. But this is the reason why. If that was the reason, you wouldn't have started him from the beginning. Just case in point.
That's fair.
If we're the instant coffee world, if you had a young quarterback that was not ready to perform and step out there, you wouldn't have gave it to him. He didn't earn it, and that's the problem of a kid like that. And that's I think that a lot of people have a problem with. He didn't earn it. He didn't go out there. It was given to him. You knew he was going to be the starter, and he didn't have to go through the progressions of fighting for a spot. It was given to him. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't know the kid, so I can't speak like that. But from what I'm seeing, he didn't put the work in. He didn't put the study hours in. He didn't put the footwork in, and he didn't grow. I mean, he regressed from last year, and it was a major regression. But I don't want to talk about Zach Wilson. I want to talk about our current quarterback for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's keep it on Mike White. Let's keep it positive.
Yes.
We got 2 weeks left in the season. We can trash Zach and get into all those debates.
It ain't even about trashing him, man. Let's be realistic. Let's talk about the guys who can get us to the playoffs.
Let's do it. So what are your keys to keeping Mike White upright this Sunday?
I think Mike has to get rid of the football. It ain't even about thinking about it. Get the ball out your hands, big fella. 3-step drops, 5-step drops. Go to your progressions, your second read, ball out your hand. You cannot hold on to the ball and take that kind of punishment. I think the line itself has to make better calls. I think. Well, I really feel like with Mike, it's going to be a silent count. So he's going to definitely have to be on his P's and Q's. He's going to definitely be able to see the guys coming. And the offensive line has to make corrections. And that's on Connor as well. Our offensive line has to play better. There's no other way with that. This kid got bruised ribs. They're going to come after him. You have to protect him, but he has to protect himself and get rid of the football. I think if he gets rid of the football, it's going to be a much better outlook for Mr. Mike White.
Yeah, but you would agree also that a lot of that's just going to be on the floor in terms of play design, play calls, maybe having an extra tight end into block, having a running back chip before they run out, little things like that. I think might make a big difference. I know I completely agree. White's got to get rid of the ball quick. He can't be a sit and duck back there like Zach has been. But I think that's something that he already does pretty well. He reads defenses pretty well. He knows where his second option is. He's able to get rid of the ball pretty quick. So I just think as long as the offensive line knows who to pick up and the communication's on point, I think they should be okay. But they're not going to be able to do it with just 5. They're going to need Uzama. They're going to need probably Ty Johnson. He's probably their best running back blocker. He's probably got to be in there on third downs, helping the chip, little things like that.
I mean, absolutely. You can't put Mike White in any kind of position to where he's going to take those kind of punishments that he took last time. Now, I haven't really got a chance to really break down Seattle's defense. I don't know if they're really that aggressive or off the edge. I know they have some great safeties and some great cornerbacks. Their linebackers are pretty solid, but their front four, I'm not really familiar with the kind of violence that they bring. Hopefully that they don't bring that kind of violence, and that's just going to be what it is. But you can't go into this game letting him get hit or letting him take that kind of punishment. I think that when you watch Mike White, he's a solid guy, so he takes the opportunity of just making the throw and taking that kind of hit. He has to understand that is, you're all we have. You give us the best chance to win, and your best availability is availability. So you can't be out there taking those kind of big hits. Can't.
And not just that. I mean, you wonder, I guess, if there's going to be any kind of extra protection on his ribs, if that's going to affect, his arm strength, his mobility, and things like that.
He's definitely wearing that vest. He's definitely wearing that vest. And there's no other way around that, prime time. You can't do that.
You guys should win Sunday. I mean, let's be honest. My Bucks put up 21 points. You guys should not have a problem moving the football. Yeah, but I mean, the Panthers ran for over 300 yards on the Lions, and we couldn't run on the Lions.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. 300 yards. Sam threw for 123 or 125. So you already know what that was. I'm really interested in seeing the game plan. Listen, and I think Tyson always hits on this point, and he's kind of right. Your boy LaFleur really, his first 15 scripted plays really sucked. So he really has to zone in. But I do think with Mike White, you have a better opportunity of attacking down the field. But Seattle got some corners out there that are dogs. That one rookie they got, this kid is just good. Yeah, he's just good as sauce. So I think using your tight ends across the middle. And I think we should be running football, man. It, it should be an opportunity where we're able to run the football. It, it should be
That's
more
kind of what I'm
opportunity.
thinking as well. They should have a strong ground game. The tight end should be involved. I don't think this is going to be a game where they're just featuring Garrett Wilson for 10 to 12 targets. This is going to be a game where White's just going to spread it around. 8 or 9 different targets are going to get a reception. That's the kind of game it has to be, I think.
Get the ball in your playmakers' hands and let them perform. And we have to stop them from running the football. And they have a tremendous backfield. And listen, Geno Smith can get rid of the football, and Geno Smith's been throwing the ball really, really well. And they got a monster of a receiver, one that everybody wanted to play for the Jets. You know what I'm saying? So, it's
What's
that
your
guy's
concern? What's your concern with the level of defense, just based on the way Geno's playing? He's been a very efficient, accurate kind of quarterback, somebody that'll take those 5-yard plays here and there just to keep moving the chains, which is kind of what it seems like is the recipe to beat the Jets defense right now.
I think it depends on what defense shows up. What we've been watching here lately, they've been attacking us up the gut. They've been running the ball up the gut because they're not able to get the ball outside. The wheel rights have been killing us, and I think everyone's going to try to use it against us. You cannot allow their backs to get out the backfield catching the ball. You can't allow these short passes, these side out routes that we're not, for some odd reason, we just cannot seem to cover, and not being able to cover a back out the backfield. I think Salah has to adjust quickly if that starts to happen. I think our front four can definitely get to Geno, and you'll be able to drop guys in coverage. I think you're going to cheat a little bit with the guys up, and you have to spy somebody out the backfield. They've been killing us the last couple of weeks with that. Detroit's done it.
Jacksonville did
done
it.
absolutely. So
We didn't even have anybody there for Trevor.
yeah, what's happening is that it's starting to become a trend. People are starting to see that's a weakness in our defense because that wide 90 spread these guys out so much. So if you can get past, and if you double team the corner, so if you can get past that one gap right there, these guys are getting chunk plays because you got your linebackers in coverage. You're gonna have to cheat somebody a little bit up and put it on your safeties and cornerbacks to cover. And I think with Joyner being out, that was the reason why they were so they were so easy not to go into that outlook because, you got rookies back there and you got undrafted guys back there that just aren't playing on the level Jordan was playing.
Do you think that they're actually going to try to send some more pressure, like send some blitzes, dial up some shit instead of just playing the rush 4 and play coverage?
Their line isn't good at all. I mean, you got Quinn back, you got Franklin Myers, you got Lawson. These guys are going to get after. You got Huff. These guys are going to get there with 4. I think they can get to Geno with 4. I think what happens is this: if you cannot get there with 4, and they're taking big shots on us and they're knocking
Then you
us down,
adjust.
that's when you will have to adjust. And then you can't wait to halftime if they're starting to get chunk plays on us. And that's what we've been doing the last couple of weeks. We made great adjustments in the second half. It was the first half that killed us. And that put us in that kind of bind. You can't allow that. If you're starting to see like with golf, my biggest issue with the golf game is he can't handle pressure. No, you know he can't handle pressure. So if you're not getting there with 4, you got to send more because he doesn't handle pressure well. He makes bad decisions. But when you sit back there and let him pick you apart, he's gonna do what he does. He's gonna pick you apart.
This is a great idea. Mike White versus Geno Smith rap battle for Sunday. I think that's got to happen.
Got to happen.
Me versus Jose.
Let's just hope Mike White kills it Sunday.
Dude, I am praying, man. We so deserve it. I think the team deserves it too. Like it seemed like there was like a lot of magic early in the year. There were just good vibes around the team. Like those guys in the locker room, they've been busting their ass. I think this is a playoff team. I do, with a good quarterback. They're a playoff team.
Do you feel that the team's going to be more motivated because Mike White's back? I mean, like just overall defense, all aspects of the team.
I think there's going to be an extra energy and extra confidence because they actually believe in the guy that's under center. The defense doesn't have to feel like we got to pitch a shutout in order to win the game. The guys on like the receivers, they know if they get open, they run their route. He's going to see me. He's going to hit me. Like that. That creates a different kind of juice, I think.
I believe so as well. I believe that they're watching and they know that Mike White can drive the ball in the field, that he can make the right reads. He's not going to make stupid plays, but I also believe playing against Seattle, that 12th man is probably louder than Minnesota. But he handled, you know what? We handled Minnesota really well. So with the noise, the crowd noise and everything else, and Geno should scare you, man. Geno has grown into be a really solid quarterback for them. He has a lot of weapons.
Hell yeah, he has.
He's moving the football, and listen, he's thrown for 300 yards a game. But the one thing I love about this team right here, we're able to stop the run. And that running back, man, that kid they got, that rookie they got, bro.
Oh, Kenneth
He's a
Walker.
yes, sir,
Yeah.
straight monster. He's a monster, man. So we have to protect. We have to stop the run.
Who worries you more out of their three main weapons? Walker, DK Metcalf, or Lockett?
DK, man, DK is just man. He's just a
I
freak.
think we can handle DK. I worry more about Lockett.
DK's a freak.
It,
Lockett
it always seems like we struggle with those smaller, shiftier receivers and those big targets.
Lockett is also hurt as well too. Though he's not, he's really like 60%. He's hurt, so he's been hurt for a while. So he scares me. But I just like DK is just man. DK, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I love Sauce, and I
love this matchup for Sauce. I'll be honest.
But listen,
like DK's big, but Sauce is big too.
DK will man you, bro. He's a big dude, man.
Sauce handles that well, man. Sauce handles that well.
But DK is super physical, man. He's a big monster.
So is Sauce.
No, Sauce is tall and slim. DK is tall and solid. Man, he's solid.
He's physical though in terms of like his man coverage. He'll put his hands on you. So
like, listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
I like that matchup.
The one thing you don't ever have to worry about is DK getting jammed. He's not getting jammed at the line. Not happening.
Jets have to get their run game going. Seattle gives up under 160 yards on the ground. Their run D is dumpster juice. Bam career game on Sunday.
I hope so. Listen, I hope so. I hope that Bam comes out. I hope Michael Carter gets back in the swing of thing. I hope that his ankle's back to 100%. He was running the ball really, really more physical last week. He was running the ball really hard like he normally does. And I like the fact that they're taking carries away from him. And I think, give Ty Johnson some carries too. You need to switch it up. I think trying to feature Bam, they kind of got away from what we were trying to do. I think Bam is a nice physical runner. He doesn't have the speed that Carter and that Johnson possess. So he has the speed when he gets on the edge, but to hit that hole, he doesn't hit that hole like that.
No.
And he, in the fresh leg, he's getting hit. He get hit a lot.
You think James Robinson comes back?
Huh?
Think James Robinson makes an appearance?
I don't
or is he
think
just
so.
finished?
I think he's finished. I really believe that they're so into Bam and so into the Carter and the Johnson that Robinson just doesn't do it for him. And I don't know why. He's a very talented player, but Bam just came in and gave them. Listen, Bam runs really hard and he doesn't fumble the ball. Like knocking on wood.
Limited sample size, but yeah.
Yeah, listen, hey, you see me knocking on wood over here, big fella.
Yeah.
But
I'd like to see a lot of Ty Johnson on Sunday.
Yeah, me
just,
too. Yeah,
just for what he does
really
in terms of pass protection.
Yes,
he
sir.
can catch the ball out of the backfield a little bit. To me, that's a more versatile option, I think.
The one thing I think is important too is listen, do what teams are doing to us. And then that we struggle with backs at the backfield, they're going to struggle as well. A lot of teams can't cover backs at the backfield, and that's the one issue for like the last 10 years. We just cannot get right. We cannot fix. We just can't figure it out. And I'm hoping that this game right here we can figure it out. Because listen, you have to go into Seattle with the mindset that this is it. Prime time. This is it.
It is.
This every game.
Win or go home. Playoff.
Every game from here is a playoff game. There's no more getting no more help. There's no more getting no more losses. That's not happening. If you want to make the playoffs, if you want to be what you say you guys are, then come out Sunday and prove that.
Remember 4 weeks ago when you said the Jets were going to go on a 6-game winning streak and never lose again? I think you were just 4 games behind on that.
Yeah,
I think a 6-game winning streak is on the horizon.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Listen, I hope I was wrong about it, and I hope that you're right because that last game ends up somewhere so beautiful that we deserve to be. But I just want to get that. I feel like our defense get the playoffs.
Just get me to the playoffs. Give me to week 18 with that game meaning something. That's all I want. That's all I want.
I feel like this team get in the playoffs. This team can beat anybody. Their defense can match with anybody. I also believe that Mike White gives the best chance to win. I'm not, and I got it too. I went to this big ups to Virginia, the VA fan club out in Virginia Beach.
Virginia?
It was Virginia Beach location. There was at AJ Gators bar. Went down there with them guys. Hey man, really, really good people. They showed mad love. I actually won a door prize. I won some Jets. I won some Jets Fireball, which after watching Zach do what he do, we took Fireball shots. You know what I'm saying? Way to give back to the team, Tyrone. But I just want to say thank you to them guys. It was amazing. I had a really good time. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Can I remind you what we talked about last Thursday? I don't know. What did we talk about? Where did we meet? You gotta tell me your name. If you were the fans that we met at the chicken place when I was getting my chicken online inside the stadium, we were just excited for the game. We were talking about how to stay warm, and that was pretty much it.
Hey, listen, prime time was probably 8 Trulies in, man. You don't remember nothing, bro.
I was pretty messed up. I don't remember
Yo,
anything beyond that. I remember we took a selfie also.
uh,
If you're the
y-
two that I'm thinking
y-
about,
you know what's crazy,
and
prime time?
anything outside of the stadium is a blur for me.
You know what's crazy? I can tell when you're nice and tight because when I text you before the game, you respond really quick. If you're not, I get a response like 6 hours later. My bad, bro. Just seeing this. Like whatever, bro. But
I,
when you feeling good, you
I am so dude.
immediately
I'm
respond.
so bad with checking my phone on game day because once I get there, it's like I'm
Yo,
between setting up the grill, trying to eat. Your hands are cold. You don't want to take off your gloves. I
well,
apologize for that,
I,
but I
I,
also really quick. I don't apologize if you hit me up like an hour before the game trying to tailgate. Like, come on, like gates open 5 hours before. I was late on Thursday actually getting there because I was coming
yeah,
straight
you
from
know,
work,
school.
and
Yeah,
late for me is a half hour after the gates open. So
yeah,
you got 5 hours to be there. The first 3.5 is where I'm usually
yeah.
tailgating.
Trust
So
me.
after that,
I,
it's about clean up, shutting everything down, and getting inside. So
Yeah, you picked me up for the tailgate. You were like, Tyrone, I will be there this time. Do not be late. Like I was outside 20 minutes earlier in the cold waiting on you to come get me. And you pulled up like 2 minutes before you said you were gonna be there. So nah, man, listen, it's there, man.
you guys think Gino is having a fluke season, or is he actually a starting caliber quarterback right now? I mean, it's more than just a small sample size at this
Yeah,
point. For him to be, was it over 70% completion
yep,
percentage and putting
yeah.
up the numbers he's putting? To me,
You have to.
that's
It,
legit. Like something clicked
it,
with him.
and the one thing I'm gonna say this is no one expected Jalen to do what he did, and that they expect this team to be a lottery team. And look what they've done. They're gonna have a lottery pick, but it's Denver's. I got to say it's all Gino. I mean, you watched him grow. I mean, he sit around. He had time to grow. Listen, the one thing you have a chance to do is when you have a chance to sit back. A good player is gonna watch other players and grow. I think him watching Russell at the height of his career, the last couple of years, was able to understand some things, see some things differently, film study. But Gino has put up almost 300 yards a game. You cannot question what he's done on a team that's not
Oh,
extremely talented as you would think.
Foles throw another one.
Yep.
Oh,
But
come.
no, it's still hey, listen, still zip zip though, man. Still zip
Oh,
zip.
all right. Glad I'm
But
glad I'm not watching then.
yo, listen,
From Jets just got a second chance, and the team knows it as well. This team should come out on fire, knowing the season's on the line. Perfectly said. Like
absolutely.
once you leave Thursday night and you've got that feeling like we just blew it, our season's over, and now you get that second chance,
But
that little bit of life left. These guys should be on a different level energy wise on Sunday. They
but
should be
shouldn't it
flying around that
but
field.
shouldn't it been there for Friday for a primetime game, the only primetime game of the season that your playoff hopes reside on that, and you come
I
out there and
think
you just come out flat.
I think it was when the game started. They got the 3-and-out, they got the strip sack, but then the offense just they had
let,
nothing,
let me ask you a question. Do,
and
do
that
you
just
think
rubbed off.
do you think the team just kind of let down because they know Zach couldn't get it done? Is it that type of level?
I think if you were watching the sideline like I was paying attention to the sideline the entire game. There wasn't a lot of energy there. I don't want to put that entirely on Zach. Like that's what you have a head coach for. He could obviously huddle everybody up, give a speech, rip into guys. Tyson's always asking for that. Saleh never really does that. He's great when the team's doing well, but when they're facing adversity, sometimes he's kind of just hands off with things. But yeah, I don't know if it was just not having a belief in Zach, defense thinking they got to do everything and pitch a shutout, receivers frustrated, they're getting open, they're not getting the football. I don't know what it was, but there was a lack of energy, and there was also a lack of communication. There weren't a lot of guys talking, in particular like with Zach, going over plays and things like that. He's usually talking with the coaches, looking at the iPad, but he's not talking with receivers or offensive linemen
Yeah.
and things like that, which is a little bit concerning, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you on that prime time. So prime time, listen, what's it gonna be Sunday, man? What happens, man? How you feeling on a Monday morning before the biggest game of the season for us? How are you? What is your confidence level going into next weekend?
My confidence level was not that high until I heard the news that Mike White's going to be playing. And like we were talking about at the very beginning, I just think this is the guy that they've rallied around, that they believe in, that's going to inspire them. He's going to bring them that extra juice that they're going to need on the road to go into Seattle. I'm feeling good, man. There's
Hey,
no way in hell I am picking a loss either this week or next week. It's not
hey,
happening.
listen, I'm walking around. I've been walking around all day saying Tyson's favorite show. Look, man, I'll give Mike White 3 ribs, man. What you need, bro? Like, I will loan you some ribs, man. Just go out and play. I put on Twitter early today. All I want is for Mike White to get the good bill of health, and he got that. So I'm excited. Let's get into it. Let's go. Let's be excited. Hey, listen, you have to be excited right now. You have to be. What's up, nephew?
And that's the thing, man. Like all that energy that I thought they had on Thursday night, like it was gone after the first 2 drives. I mean, the defense brought it, offense didn't, and then it was just kind of downhill from there. I think this week they literally know this is it. This is a playoff game, like you were saying. Every game from here on out's a playoff game. And to have your quarterback back in there, if you lose, so be it. But being able to go down with the guy who gives you the best chance, for me, like there's going to be no regrets with this year. Like we got these 2 games with a chance, and that's all I could ask for.
And I like the fact that this team has been good on the road. This team can travel, and listen, absolutely, it's not even a spotlight. Oh, absolutely. Listen, man. Listen, I hope he does.
This is what Super Bowl runs are made of.
Hey,
this is what Super Bowl runs are made of.
Absolutely. But listen, understand one thing. This is the start of the playoffs Sunday. There's no more playing. There's no more excuses. This has to get done. So I believe these guys can get it done. I believe they have enough veterans and enough good players in that locker room that they really believe they are who they say they are, and they're going to show up and show out Sunday. I'm not picking against the Jets this weekend. I'm not doing it because I know how important it is to them. I'm just hoping that they just come out there and just leave nothing on the field. Leave it all on the field.
What's your early inclination on Mike White's stat line?
Man, I'm probably going to go 24 for 31, 265, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Not bad.
8 yards rushing.
Not terrible.
Yeah. What's yours?
I'm going to go something like, I'm going to say 27 of 36, 342, and 3 tutties.
Hey, listen, I'll take either
340
one.
And 3 tutties.
Hey, listen,
Let's see it.
Mike White can throw for 86 yards. As long as we win, I don't care. As long as I can throw for 8 yards, I don't care. I just want to win.
And because we're going to be throwing the ball, and I think we're going to be throwing the ball early on, I think that's going to be part of the game plan. Even if it's just the short passing, I think that's ultimately going to open up the run game. And then you're going to see Zonovan Knight, Michael Carter, even maybe Ty Johnson. They're going to start breaking some.
Yep. And listen, I think with the offensive line, listen, oh yes sir, damn, that's a hell of a game right there, buddy. That's the greatest stat line ever.
Shit.
I believe
that's impossible statistically.
I believe if the offensive line starts out being physical and getting into the fourth quarter, enforcing their will, they get back to enforcing their will on teams and just being a fourth quarter team. That's what we have to do. Show up. 31, yes sir.
Anything beats the 2 inches per play against New England.
Absolutely.
I'll take 545, 5 yards,
Ooh,
5 touchdowns.
Damn.
Dude, look at some of these predictions. Holy shit.
30 for 38. Damn. 30 for 31. Damn, perfect. 620 yards. Hey, bro,
I
I
was just getting crazy.
Yeah.
Man, but I'm loving the energy. I'm loving the juice. The fact that we still have a chance these final 2 weeks when it looked like our season was buried. I couldn't have been more depressed, more cold leaving that building Thursday night. My hands were freezing. I was soaking wet.
Pissed off at the world, man. Like I was frustrated beyond frustrated. But I didn't think I thought it was over. I'm gonna be real with you, and to find out that we still have a chance, man. Hey. Going back to 2008, baby. Let's make that run, baby. Well, Rex said, let's go get a fucking snack.
Shit. If you guys have any last comments or questions, feel free to fire them away. I guess we'll probably be live Friday night, right? Yeah, definitely tomorrow night we'll be live. We'll be taking calls tomorrow, and then Friday night, I think with this game actually meaning something now. Yeah, I think we gotta do something Friday night.
Absolutely, that works for me.
And we could even bring Jose on tomorrow night for a little bit of extra time.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just to talk some shit.
Little Seattle preview from a Seattle expert.
I don't think Jose knows what he's in for this week.
Nah,
there's no love this week. There's no channel promotion this week. That ain't happening.
Nah.
I'm unsubscribing this week.
Yeah, listen. Ain't no love this week, big fella.
Elmo says if we beat Seattle, he'll call in and do a shotgun. That's perfect.
Cool.
Celebrate the new year. Chances Pats play spoiler for us. That's my only worry. Is if if Tua doesn't end up playing and the Patriots
Nah,
get the win,
nah,
then
listen, it
you're
doesn't-
worrying.
it
Well,
doesn't-
then you're worrying
It does
about.
not matter. It
Yes,
does
it
not
does
matter. I'm gonna tell you
because
why.
if
Because
Buffalo doesn't need that final game somehow,
no, they need it.
are they
Buffalo,
definitely
listen,
no matter what
But
they're gonna need
yo,
it?
listen, Buffalo wants to be in first place. They need that game. That's the one thing I love about it. Buffalo has to have that game. They have to have it. They have to have it. If they want to be right now, Buffalo's in first place. If they lose, Kansas City has a chance to be first place. Buffalo's not taking that chance.
But
They're
if
playing down to last.
If Buffalo wins this week, in case he loses, then that game might not matter for them, right?
Yeah, I got a point.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Got a point.
That's my only concern is that game
Hey,
doesn't.
man,
If that game doesn't mean something for Buffalo, then I'm nervous. If the Patriots
let's
get a
just
win
hope
this week,
that
then
let's just hope the Colts find a way to win. That's all I ask for. I don't
I'd
need
like
much.
to see the Colts win, but I don't even know if you really think we're catching the Chargers?
No, listen.
They're not going to lose out though. Chargers aren't going to lose all three.
No,
I know it
they're
creates
eight-
another
no.
scenario, but
Listen. We're eight. They're 8-6. If we win and we win out, and the Chargers lose tonight, then we had the tiebreaker against the Chargers because we have more wins in our division.
yeah, but they still have to lose out though. They got to lose all three games.
No. They just need to lose one more.
Really?
One more.
Oh,
one more. Yeah, one more.
I thought the scenario that I saw showed them having to lose all three.
And it's not looking good. It's not looking good. So.
Yeah, I don't think the Chiefs are losing to Denver either, but
Hey,
I'm just trying to play out all the scenarios in my head.
Listen,
there is way too many to try to play out right now. So.
Can you blame Denver's for firing their coach today at that 54
Hell
loss?
no.
51,
Hell no.
route? He would have rolled the plane home, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
They knew
was
that
horrible.
hire. They knew that hire was a mess back in September. I don't know why they even let it go as long as they did.
That shit was horrible, man.
Chargers just have to lose both conference games, so tonight and then Week 18. All right,
I thought you had to lose one. I thought the Chargers had to lose one conference game. We have a better record than them, conference-wise.
I haven't even looked at most of the Charger scenarios just because I figured it was a lock that they were getting in. But
well, I just was told that we win. From everything
all I know is one Patriots loss and we control our fate. That's what I'm focused on. Patriots lose one game, we just got to win two. So, thank you guys again for joining us. Really appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll post the link. We'll be bringing people on. Probably keep things pretty rapid. So just bring some hot takes. Bring your predictions. Talk to you tomorrow.
Have a good night. Shut up, baby.
Shut up,
Mike
baby.
White,
Let's
baby.
go.
Mike White, baby.
Mike fucking White. Let's